Hi guys, it's Borgio here. Welcome back to part 3 of the newbie experience for Rift Guardian side. I'm not sure whether I'll do a Defiant in the end, but who knows. In the last episode we just carried on and got some more quests turned in, showed you how to sell all grey items in one go, and showed you how to use items from the quest window. In this one we'll just carry on and see what else we get to do. So, right here we've got to go speak to Brother Jebiah. I always want to say Jebediah, but that's purely because that's a real name, whereas Jebiah really isn't to me, but never mind. As we said when we were down this area last time, this is the next quest area, which is quite annoying that he didn't just turn in here. It seems pretty pointless to have to run back, but here we are, the next quest area just here. Now, what a lot of people tend to miss is, when you talk to this guy and accept his quest, another quest is right there. Now, a lot of guys will talk to him, go, okay, I have to go out there, and we'll run straight away. But no, talk to him first. He gives you a bag. And bags are good. As you can see, you've got 4 empty bag slots there. Press B. This is obviously the Collector's Satchel 24 slot. Oh, yeah, I didn't put on my chest piece, did I? There we go. So, there we go. If you press C, it brings up your character screen. You can see your stats and everything in your character, and there is appearance armor you can wear but not weapons. So if you really love the appearance of this chest piece, you could keep it on all the time. Not that you would, but let's go down through from the first town into the forest then. Right, these are the first real aggro enemies. As you can see, if I mouse over in the bottom right hand corner, it tells you if it's required for a quest. So there you go, kill Defiant Thaumaturges is definitely involved for this quest. So let's charge him and get our quest done. It's the lobby combat's pretty much very samey. The way it plays, mages you'll be spamming one button, everyone else just spamming one button, and I've leveled up to level 4. Great. I think I forgot to spend my points last time. I did. I've got 2. So as you can see, I could put the 2 straight in here to get the next ability, which is Soldier's Bearing, or I could put 2 in the Riftblade tree and unlock Fiery Burst, which is what I'm actually going to do. So what I'm going to do is quickly have a look. What have we got here? Increase the damage of non-physical abilities by fruit sword points. That'll do. That increases the damage of anything which is elemental based. So like Searing Strike is, and like Fiery Burst is. So the reason I want Fiery Burst is it's actually, I would say, one of the best finishers for warriors. Much better than Punishing Blow. What it basically does is you use your points to put a buff on yourself, which deals damage the next time you hit. So there we go, so 3 points, it says it does 43 damage. And it does that every second for 4 seconds, so it's actually doing a good chunk. So I'll demonstrate here. If I charge, get builders done. Right, I've pressed it, it's now appeared in my buff window, and let's slash him. So 15, 30, oh sorry, it does 45, there you go. So that was 60 damage, 15 a tick, but it's every second, and it works so well. There's a shiny book here, let's pick this up. On Nedra the Warlock, if you open your backpack, these collections are all over the world. You've not got just books, you've got shinies. Anybody that's played EverQuest 2 will be very familiar with shinies. They're in Rift. You right click them and you collect it, and there we go. And that just gives you some lore. That's me hammering escape to get out of the menu. But it gives you some lore on things. If you're interested in lore, I would definitely say try and be interested. The game designers put in these quests to read them. Only reason I'm not reading them now is I've read them many times before. But it's fine. As you can see, I can use my finisher there and then come in and fight. Now, the good thing about this ability is it just runs out by the time you get 3 points if you're spamming your abilities. So you can get it up straight away again. And I could use it now with 1 point, but to be honest, it's not much point. I'm going to be charging in now anyway and hitting him and now using it. What you may have noticed is global cooldown. As you can see, as I'm pressing 2 on my keyboard, skill number 2, 4, 5, 9 and 0 are all going onto the global cooldown, but number 3 isn't. You'll find this is pretty much the case with the melee characters. You'll have lots of skills that are all on the global cooldown, then a couple that aren't, and all the ones that aren't are normally reactionaries, maybe a couple of finishers. Not to say it's a bad system, it's quite good the way it works, but it has meant that macroing is pretty huge in the game, so you can macro all your skills onto one button and get them to work. A lot of in fact on my warrior, level 50 warrior, I have 1 macro for attack skills for all my builders, and then I have 2 macros for finishers, and I just alternate them. I have a finisher for one called Strike Like Iron, and I don't actually need this mob yet, never mind. And I've got a finisher for Fiery Burst, and that's all I need. And I have just been pinged on something. Oh, it's my Steam. My Steam is pinging. That's nice. I probably should have closed that. It doesn't make a difference. It's probably one of my mates sending me a message to play a game, but I'm doing this at the moment. So as you can see, I couldn't use charge in combat. There is an ability, an AA, a talent, if you want to call it that, to change it so you can. But right now, I cannot. So how are we doing on this quest? We need one more traitor. What are you? You're a traitor. Charge! And mess him up. So at the moment, I'm just hammering 2. I'll press 3 again. Hammer 2. And he'll dodge everything, of course he will. There we go. Now we just run and turn in. Look for... Probably get in combat with that. The global cooldown does slow down combat a little bit, but... It works well enough. Once you get enough skills and you get in quite a few reactionaries, i.e. Can be used on parry, on block, when mob dodges. When you get a few of those under your belt, you've got quite a few things to be clicking, and you won't find time to whinge about the global cooldown, really. Mages, it doesn't really affect you because you've always technically been subject to the global cooldown, apart from with insta-spells. You cast a 2-second fireball, and it's got 1.5 second global cooldown. The second you start casting it, it's on cooldown, so who cares? There's some boots, and we'll take that next quest, and a bag. Does it auto-equip your bag? No, it does not. So to equip your bag, right-click it, as always. There we go, there's a lovely 4 slots, and there's some new boots. So there's my character now, looking pretty spiffy. Next question. This, by the way, is literally just a bit of lore. You don't need to click it or anything like that. You'll see him kicking about. So anything shiny, click it. It might be lore, it might be an item to pick up. Yeah. Again, we've got another quest which utilises an item here. Oh, aggro that. They happen pretty often. I'd say the quest diversity isn't as high as WoW got to be with regards to, say, riding on griffins, grabbing people out of poison towns. I'm just trying to think of things from Northrend I remember before I really gave up playing that game. But it works well enough. And I have to use this on the corpses, so that's fine. So here, there's one dead. So click him, use it on the corpse. Great. So I'm not really getting interrupted. I am a little bit. There we go. Now we kill this guy for being impudent and insolent towards me. And there we go. My microphone's changed a little bit from the first time I did my Vanguard videos. I bought a Turtle Beach headset for use with my PS3 and found that it works quite well on my PC. TeamSpeak doesn't like it very much, but for recording fraps it's wonderful. Only need 5 of these. They're all along the ridge line overlooking the next town, which is great because it actually turns in the next town anyway. And our trainer for our class is also in there. Which means I can show you about the skill upgrades, because there's no such thing in this of going to your trainer. Let me change that completely. Once you've got Searing Strike, you've got Searing Strike, but as it says there, rank 1, you visit your trainer to upgrade your skills, which costs money. And your trainer also does lots of... Oh, here we go, lots of aggro now. Great. So, constructs are relatively weak, especially when that fireball's dots tick in. Let's just use a 2-pointer there and go and mess up the overseer. 3-pointer. And resist. Right, loot these up. Kill off these bodies, and that should be all the bodies that I need. Wait for the cooldown on the item, which is wonderful. And there we go. So, speak with Cyril Kalmar in this main town just down here. And this is the first proper town. This is the town with the trainer, and I'm under attack again. Over in the distance there, you see where this is where all the fireballs and stuff are coming from. In fact, is that going to land on my head? No, it's going to go behind me, hopefully. Great. There's lots of cannons down in the fields there, why we're under attack. And oh, loot. Nope, nothing. Great. But this is the siege camp. Within the siege camp are the trainers and Cyril. I will talk to Cyril first because he leads you on to talking to your trainer, so there's no point just running off and then running back and running there again. Gives us a belt, thank you very much. 2 quests. Place an orb, speak with Garrig. Now Garrig is my trainer, but I'm going to grab this quest here at the same time from Marshal Kane, who is quite an important lore character. There we go, just quit that off. So here is Garrig Nitma. So these are the options you get with him. You can buy from him, train to him, reset your souls, and purchase a new role. If I bring up my soul trees a second, down here in this blank area, you can have talent specs. So for example, I could purchase a new role, and I just got hit by a ball. Wonderful, and skeletons appear, but it's fine. I could purchase a new role. I think you can purchase up to 5. They cost more money every time, but then you could have, say, I'll take my mage for an example. On my mage, I've got a DPS spec, I've got a support spec, a healing spec, because mages can heal in this game, and I've got my AoE spec as well. So I've got 4 different specs which I can change to as long as I'm out of combat. I don't have to go back and visit a trainer, and it's brilliant. And all your hotbars are set up for you for those individual specs, which is brilliant. What I'll do before I go through in fact I can do it now. You can also reset, which will ask you, tell you all the souls going to cost and the cost. I'm not going to reset them now. But you can also buy from him, and by buying you can buy the other classes you haven't got. There used to be a quest in to get your other classes. They took that out for some reason, not too sure why. And you can also train. Now training here, literally trains to rank 2. My advice, just spam it on everything, and there we go. Thanks for tuning in for this episode. Part 4 we will carry on, and we are about, I'd say, halfway through the newbie experience for Rift at level 4. Runs to about level 7, so I'll see you guys in a bit.